Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 5 for state and local government. Starting off the week, I just want to touch base and get everybody acclimated to the dates that are coming at you. Week 7 and week 8 due dates. Unit 7, week 7, your integrative policy paper, it's going to be due on August 18th. For week 8, you're going to have your final exam, which will be due on August 24th. And then your final blog is August 25th. So these assignments have been there for you. So hopefully everybody's been progressing, along and, moving forward to the end date. And this is really the big date that you have to look at is the August 18th. So I have here the late policy. Everybody's been really good in getting their assignments in. So kudos to everyone for working really hard. Your weekly agenda. This week we will look at the remaining 2 elements of state government, the bureaucracy and the judiciary. If most people are uninformed about the state legislature, they are even more uninformed about the bureaucracy and judiciary. Who are these departments and agencies that actually do the work of the government, and is it really too big? Why is it that 98% of the judges who run for a re-election are re-elected? So when you get into your Smith book, chapters 9, 10, and 11, and then you're going to have your lectures, your critical assignment thinking, you're going to have a quiz with essentially 10 questions on it, and they're going to be multiple choice. So it's just a different avenue there. And then it talked about email your instructor with the draft of your integrative policy paper for review. This is optional, but recommended. I'm going to kind of slice it up a little bit, and I'm going to actually kind of get right in the middle of optional and recommended. You'll see here in a second. So after reading your chapters 9, 10, and 11, for the chapter 9, which is essentially courts, you're going to be able to describe the role and structure of the state courts, explain how judges are selected, identify the players and elements present in state-level criminal court cases, and you'll be able to discuss the problems contributing to current changes in the courts. So that's for Chapter 9. Chapter 10, upon completion for bureaucracy, it starts off at what nobody wants but everybody needs. You'll be able to identify the 5 organizational characteristics of a bureaucracy, explain how bureaucracy makes and implements policy, describe why rural states with smaller populations often have more bureaucracy than urban states with larger populations. Relate the advantages and disadvantages of using a traditional bureaucracy to deliver public services. Explain how the key organizational characteristics of bureaucracy help ensure neutral competence. Compare the spoil systems with the merit system. Discuss how public labor unions and affirmative action have changed the merit system. And then you'll be able to summarize the new public management and identify attempts to incorporate private sector management practices into the public sector. And then wrapping up chapter 11 for local government, you should be able to, what you'll get out of it is the ability to identify the 3 main types of local government and how they are different, describe the 3 basic forms of county government, explain the 4 basic governance systems used by municipalities, summarize Dillon's rule and how it shapes the relationship between state and local governments, discuss how politics and political participation are different at the local level compared with the state and federal levels of government. And then last, you'll be able to describe how the Great Recession changed local governments. And when you're one of your assignments is actually coming out of chapter 11, and that's what we'll get into next here for your critical thinking assignment, is you're going to visit the websites of the city of San Bernardino and the city of Riverside, both charter cities, and you're basically going to answer the following questions when each was incorporated: strong mayor council, weak mayor council, council manager. So you're basically going to open up these websites here, and then you'll go ahead and answer the following questions. And then when you go to the Riverside's website, you're going to actually go a little deeper in regards to like answering who is the mayor, how long has he been mayor, if maybe it says Rusty Bailey, I don't know. So, and then you're going to answer what major accomplishments of the mayor. And so they're just going to go ahead and get these different questions here. And then you want to find out the city council representative for the CBU neighborhood. So that's going to be your critical thinking assignment. So back to the blog assignment, where it's recommended and it's suggested that you submit your outline. So this is actually, I went ahead and basically, let me tell you the background. The state of the cities, Norco, I went ahead and removed it because the link, I couldn't capture the link again, so it's inactive. So rather than have you try to spend time, I'd rather have you put your effort towards your final paper, your integrative paper. So that being said, the new assignment for the blog is changed due to the link not being active. The new blog assignment is going to help you guide your final paper. Please submit a Word document and answer the following questions with as much detail as possible. This is week 5, so you should have plenty of information prepared. Go ahead and answer. You should be able to open up each paragraph with one of these, with this sentence, and go ahead and utilize this to open your sentence. The main purpose of this research is, the key question is, the most important function is, or the most important function in this research is, the main conclusions in this research are, and so forth. So, and then when you get down here to the bottom, I'll close this out. Got a lot of activity around me here today. The minimum of 5 scholarly references in APA is what you should wrap it up as. So I want to see those references and see where you're pulling your information from, your resources. So please open each of your headings with each of these statements, and you will see how focused your writing will be. It will keep you from wandering all over the place. I promise that if you follow this outline, you will be able to write your paper in less than 5 hours. Please contact me with any questions. And then obviously it's going to be due by the end of August 8th, end of day. So this is really going to just push you forward. And I promise you that I would not steer you wrong on this. You're going to see how easy and how you'll be able to focus on your actual point that you're trying to make and not wander and spend countless hours trying to bring it all back together, tie it in. So below here we have your bureaucracy and judiciary. You have your PowerPoints, and they're all narrated once again by Dr. Kircher. So you're going to have 9 for the courts here, and so it just kind of just goes on here with bureaucracy, and then you're also going to have county government and so on. So and then your city government one is right there as well. So I went ahead and removed your state of the cities. That's not going to be, you don't have to worry about it. But like I said, it's basically going to be your week 5 blog. And like I said, I kind of just try to combine 2 assignments into one, and one hopefully will kind of help you on the back end of this session. So once again, you have your quiz. It's going to be a 10-question quiz, multiple choices. And then your critical assignment format here. If you go ahead and open this up, like I said, these questions are here, but if you open it up, this actually has a format that, once again, if you follow, you're going to see how much easier it is and how well your paper will flow if you put those questions into this format that I have set up for you. And like I said, everything is set up APA. That's what we're responsible for. So make sure that you adhere to those rules that are established by APA. And if you need further reference, you can go to Purdue OWL. And there's just a host of anything. Just Google APA formatting and everything will populate for you. So week 5, take the challenges coming at you head on. Let's get this out of here. And today, so let me rephrase that. Take the challenges coming at you head on today. This is really week 5. It's pretty easy to feel beaten. I know that many of you have another life outside of this session. So you have multiple classes, you have jobs, you have families, you have travel, you have a lot of things going on, and we're all busy, and it's understandable. And it's real, as we get into week 5, you're going to, Jocko's going to tell you, how easy it is to feel beaten and down, but you need to really kind of focus and really think about what you're trying to achieve. And once you figure that out, obviously pass the class and do well on your assignments, but the key thing is just to really kind of focus in on what you're trying to do. Just narrow that scope so that when you're working on your assignments, narrow that scope and just focus on those assignments. When you're, with family, with friends, just narrow the scope, put everything else off to the side. And when you do these things, you'll see incrementally that you're making better progress, and you don't feel the stresses from the other one because you left something on the table there. So work through each assignment, think about what you're doing, and I really try to streamline your integrative paper here with these 10 questions here. If you can answer them, you're going to see how much easier it is that you can push through. And then last but not least, Proverbs 21:15. When justice is done, it is a joy to the righteous, but terror to the evildoers. And down here below is, for us to really walk in the way God wants us to walk, we need to be transformed on the inside. And that kind of comes back to, taking on the challenges. If you just go back and get to your center and find out what's really driving you and what you're really here for, and everybody that, you have responsibilities for, and at work, with family, and, your education, all that stuff. So if you just kind of stay centered, you'll be transformed on the inside, and all of that good and that joy will be shown on the outside. And then when that happens, you're going to see that you live the way that God intended you to live, and you'll be able to spread joy and happiness, and you'll be able to make your way through another day accomplished. So good luck. Everybody's doing really well. I will most likely have your assignments graded by the end of Wednesday. And outside of that, I just hope everybody stays hydrated, gets plenty of rest, and if you have any questions, I will be available basically all week. So please contact me in advance so that we can work through any problems together. Have a great day, have a great week, and be blessed. Thank you.